The excitement of the planting is past. The sweet rains of spring have fallen, and the earth, like a sauna, has settled slowly into the hazy rhythms of summer. The garden needs tending. There's work to be done, but you're having trouble getting started. Sound familiar? It happens this time every year. We've got just the remedy to help you beat the heat and celebrate the ritual of every sweat-soaked minute. Hey, don't pass up the best summer you're ever going to have. I'm Bill Landry, and we're into summer on Heartland Tonight. Corn in ready, tobacco's not in, and it's hotter than July. Let us cool you off with a little imagination, a remembrance or two, and a celebration of the young and the young at heart. On Heartland Tonight, after some hard work, we'll cool off at night singing by the campfire. Weave a story in a basket. Meet maybe the greatest team you've never heard of, the Black Baseball Giants, and catch a summer bug or two. Gathering garden fruits in the summer can be work, unless your companion happens to be a sweet garden plum herself. Ruby Goodson knows how to process the fruits and shares their secrets.
See these here apples here, they're not supposed to be ripe till last of September, and they've busted open on the trees.
Even though it's early to pick winesap apples, Ruby Goodson knows it's time.
I dry these while they're green this way, for they're running on the trees and all.
As long as Ruby can remember, she's watched the spring renew the branches and vines and harvested the fruit every summer.
Yes, I set them all out, and the grapevines and everything at the same time.
This season's crop overlooks an earlier generation of trees on the old homestead where she raised her family.
We had 4 boys, and we planted them all a tree apiece down there, the chestnut trees.
She knows as much about the fruit of the vines as she does her trees.
See, where the sun shines on them, they don't turn a pretty blue. Now, them's ripe. See, they were in the shade. You see these leaves here, how tender looking they are?
What, tender?
Yeah, and smooth. Now, the grapevine leaves are rough.
Muscadines. This sweet variety is easier to get to than the ones she used to hunt in the wild as a girl.
We climb trees and pick them off the vines, or shake the vine and pick them up then. Them in the woods, they have so much acid in them, they'll skin your tongue. You eat too many of them.
Muscadine time is still a few weeks off. Today's chore is drying apples. These apples are hot.
Yeah, I think they've done started drying on the trees today. Cut that quarter in 3 pieces then, and that divides it up, makes it about right. And don't split your hand.
It takes 10 bushels of fresh apples to make 1 bushel of dried.
These up here is ready to be put up now. This is the 3rd day, and this sun's been so hot and all, they're ready to go up. These here, you see, they 1 more day there. I'll put them in the freezer where they'll stay till this winter to bake stack cakes with.
All this work in the hottest part of the year makes you wonder why anybody'd want to dry apples. Sure, it's for Christmas stack cakes and the promise of each summer's harvest. For Ruby, it's knowing that what grows on these 50 acres will be bearing long after she quits drying apples. And tending the garden is Ruby's part in it all, because when you live close to the earth, you never take it for granted.
Some people waits till Thanksgiving to give thanks for their harvest, but I believe in giving thanks every time you go to the garden and gathering it then.
We'll lazy our way through the heat without a care in this world, singing by the campfire and sharing a tale or two in a basket when Heartland Tonight returns. One of the great joys of childhood is going to camp and singing around the campfire. Lifelong friendships are made, stories are handed down. It's a ritual with a timeless and fascinating history.
An evening campfire can do lots of things for girls, and it can do a lot of things for counselors. They usually start out with boisterous songs, and this helps the girls get a lot of excess energy worked off.
Singing songs around the campfire creates a spark in our hearts. Most are folk songs sung by common folk changed in the handing down. What hasn't changed is the celebration of this shared experience.
The campfire itself was for warmth and food, and then the singing evolved from the need for the group to get together.
People gathering together is basic. From spiritual camp meetings to Civil War camps, music soothes the soul.
As our frontier developed, we've had people out who needed to get together in the evening, who needed to sing away some of their frustrations and their hopes and their dreams.
Campfires and songs are a lasting tradition today. For youngsters at camp, it starts and ends the day on a happy note.
I think it brings back lots of pleasant memories of all aspects of the camp. In fact, today, just today, I was sharing some songs from a different era, different camp, and yet we had sung the same songs. And something like that is just really an experience. During the day, they've been scattered out through the camp. And they're finally together, all together, and it's a quiet time for them. And some of the songs are very reflective in nostalgia.
The moon rises, and dancing flames radiate a soft glow on the happy singers.
Oh my, it's such a rich experience. A sense of being, a sense of finding oneself. You're really a part of the universe with the campfire. At night, you can look up at the stars. You see those stars and you feel like you're a small part of that universe, but you're a very important part.
Today is my moment, now is my story. I'll laugh and I'll cry and I'll sing.
Just as campfire singing echoes through the years, a spark continues to light the hearts of all who have kept this spirit alive.
This country is unique, though, in having kept campfire singing alive. If campfire singing were lost, I think we'd lose a treasure.
From midsummer nights full of youth to two old friends in the autumn of their days, listening to Jess Butcher and Ralph Chesney speak of patience and eternal bonds of friendship, it's easy to forget that they make as good a white oak basket as can be made on any Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday in this little corner of Union County, so Ralph Chesney and Jessie Butcher are heading for the woods. This is their day to weave baskets, and they've invited us along.
We can look at this one if you like. It has flowered swell at the butt there. It looks like it would be awful tough there.
There's some water sprouts on it.
A tree becomes a basket through their craft, but it has to be the right tree.
I believe we ought to leave that and grow. It make a nice piece of timber. Let's check some of these others.
We'll look some more up here.
Let's see if we can find one that will maybe run with the grain. Now this one's leaning a little bit, Ralph, but it's out where the sun's getting to it.
It's still more here and open.
Some of you might remember Jesse. He showed us his purple martin colony not too long ago. For Jesse, there was only one kind of basket, Appalachian split-ribbed white oak, the Cadillac of baskets. As far as he's concerned, its master is his partner, Ralph Chesney.
You reckon that's right now? Is that where you want it?
I believe it'll do.
All right, I'll hold it right there. In my opinion, Ralph, when he sets into making a basket, he tries to make a better basket every time he sits down. He's not interested in time. Time's not a factor as Ralph or me either, as far as basket weaving is concerned. How old would you say the tree was, Ralph?
Looks like it might be about 35, 40 years old.
When you were 35 years old, I guess you had a lot of sap in you too.
More than I do now, I'm afraid. I used to be a farmer and done quite a bit of carpenter. Well, I got all that I wanted as years went by. I felt like I needed something to do, so I just got out one day and hung me a little white oak and got busy at it.
It takes patience, it takes time, and sometimes you could throw them down and kick them.
It takes Ralph about 50 hours to make a basket. It'll last 100 years.
Jeff's been around more than I have. He's seen more baskets. I have examined the baskets that he has. He has brought from other places, and I actually believe mine are made smoother and stronger than most of them that I see that he has.
Now, Ralph, this ain't suiting me. Let me show you something here, Ralph. I noticed it right here. I just hope that one of these days I'll make a basket as good as he does.
On any Wednesday, you'll find them here, whiling away the hours in the shade. Ralph Chesney and Jesse Butcher, partners, working together to weave a better basket.
I bet this little white oak, when it woke up this morning, didn't know it'd be in a basket before sundown, did it?
They'll be remembered like barefoot boys running their chestnut brown backs to the sun grown up. Jess and Ralph's baskets are in demand if you can find one. We missed them. The best baseball story you've never heard of, the Men of Summer, when we come back. Maybe the best team ever assembled around here was a black baseball team you might never even heard of. Satchel Paige and Cool Papa Bell played against them. Jim Crow, too. Baseball was a game then, and they played for the love of it, and they were good, maybe great. Remember the Giants? The Knoxville Giants. At 79, Ralph Banks holds his hoe steady. But once, his was the mighty grip of a giant. A Knoxville Giant. Banks was right fielder and stone-solid hitter for the independent, barnstorming, semi-professional black baseball team known as the Knoxville Giants. Leroy Bowerman pitched for the team. Handling a ball is second nature, even at 86.
That's the out curve.
Out curve.
Out curve.
Okay. What else did you throw?
When I throw a in, like a fastball for in.
At different times from the 1920s to the 1940s, the Knoxville Giants towered over teams in the South. But theirs is a history few people know.
Who was the star?
All of us. Wasn't no one star. All of us. Put everything we had in it, you know what I mean, to try to win.
These were the days before agents and big money contracts. Their pay came from gate receipts after expenses.
If we won the game, we got 60 cents, and the other team got 40. If we would lose a game, we'd get to 40%. Sometimes we didn't make anything.
The Knoxville Giants were crowd pleasers, and often the fans were white. Hill Keller just wanted to see a first-rate team.
Yeah, they were better than anything we had in Knoxville.
One time, the Giants beat the Indianapolis ABC so badly, the team couldn't afford to leave.
We played them on Friday and Saturday. Beat them, they played one to stay over, and we played them Sunday and Monday, and beat them Sunday and Monday, and they was to go leave Monday, and they didn't. They couldn't leave. They didn't have enough to leave home. We had to give them money to get gas with.
The dirt field of Leslie Street Park, where the Giants played their hearts out, is gone now.
Stand was on out on yonder end out, yeah.
Where was the field itself?
Where that building is over there.
What was your biggest thrill here?
My biggest thrill? Whenever we'd get a chance to play the Clowns.
Who?
Ethiopian Clowns, because they were the best team we ever played.
But color was a barrier that put major league dreams beyond these players' reach.
Back then, there wasn't no
Chance there.
no dreams and wasn't no chance. We didn't have a chance to get in the big league.
A lot has changed in 60 years. Even the sound of the game is different.
That ball sounds so funny.
Metal bats.
Metal bats, I don't like it.
I don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
It is late in the season for the remaining Knoxville Giants, so we cheer them now because they played for the crowds, the fun, and the home team, the Knoxville Giants.
Just love the game. I like to play.
One last summer fantasy when Heartland Tonight returns. Summer dreams are wispy and magical, full of hope and promise, full of innocence. To the young, life is a field of dreams with endless possibilities, from which we reluctantly awake one day. You've done it all. Now it's late summer and it's too hot to move. So what are you going to do? The only thing moving are the bugs. Hey, roly-polies. What a great name. You can push them. My brothers and I used to flick them. We'd see who could flick them the farthest. Pew. Send them flying off into the high grass of a different universe. I guess they start afresh there. Homestead, farm maybe. Raise little roly-polies. That's how they spread, by getting flicked, maybe over there. That's the Midwest of the roly-poly world. Maybe even California. Certainly not Ohio. This grass is full of things. Little grasshoppers and crickets. They're almost kin. Cockroaches, too. They're all sort of cousins. Not closely related, but cordial.
Catching grasshoppers is a lot like catching crickets. Neither one of them will bite you. They just spit. Hoppers do, but it's hard to see them do it. Because if you try, you only have a second or two. That's all he needs. Then he's gone.
See this? This is a June bug. I don't know what he's doing out here in the hot August. He ought to be called an August bug, or at least a July. If you catch one, get a string. Not too big a string. A sewing thread is good. Don't use kite string. Kite string is too big. It'll wear your bug out. Might pull his leg off. And he's not a lizard, he's a June bug. He won't grow another one. If you catch one, get a string. Oh, about a foot, foot and a half.
Or a foot is good. And tie it to his back leg. And then let him fly. And you'll have like a balloon. June bugs are not crazy. After a few flights, they seem to figure out they're not going anywhere and just give up. 5 or 6 flights is about all you'll get, but that's better than nothing.
Oh, this will do nicely. Boy, the basement is a great place to be cool. Hear that? Water. The basement is really a rainforest. Cool, wet, and damp. Peter Pan jars are best. Ball jars are good, but they're too strong. Lids are like steel. Your mother won't let you have those anyway. You have to have air holes. You have to. And lettuce. All critters like lettuce. Everything can live forever if you just keep feeding it plenty of lettuce.
Now you just go get them. We used to catch them by the hundreds. But every time we went to see how yesterday's bugs were doing, we always found the same thing. Disaster.
When I found out that everything didn't eat lettuce, I started letting my lightning bugs go. That's when I quit catching them. It wasn't long after that the summer was over. We hope you're enjoying your summer and that all your dreams become a reality. If you're uncomfortable or too hot and grumpy from the heat, watch the children, brown as berries, running around, sharing their dreams while you can, in the whinnying green grass, playing out on those fields of praise. See you next week.
Download the 10 News app and get weather forecasts, severe weather alerts, live radar, and much more right on your phone. Weather can be unpredictable. The 10 News app is here to help. Download the 10 News app today.